Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to ManiTexguru. In this video, we are going to learn about knit fabric structure analysis of a 3-thread French terry fabric with cross looper. As usual, we need to follow our thumb rule. We need to remove all the loosened threads and we need to draw a vertical line to get our knit fabric structure analysis the perfect one. Before I start the analysis, why we mean this fabric as a 3-thread French terry? Because we use three different yarns to manufacture this particular fabric quality. The first, the yarn which is on the face side, that we call it as all knit. That is the yarn which is on the technical face. And the yarn which is in between the technical face and the technical back, that yarn we call it as semi knit. And then finally that looper yarn, that is the technical back yarn, which is the coarsest one, that we call it as looper. And moreover, the knit fabric, in the knit fabric structure analysis, the 3-thread French terry fabric is the very easiest one, because from the name all knit, from the name semi knit, it is very easily we can understand only will have a knit loop. With the same, you can keep this as a identification. We have in the while unraveling the all knit and semi knit, you will have only the knit loops. Only on the looper side, only on the looper side will have a miss and tuck loops. While unraveling the yarns, we need to concentrate more on the looper side to understand whether it is a cross looper or normal looper. Just whoever has watched the two-thread French terry analysis, the same concept is applicable here. The semi knit will be the independent yarn, where the looper is not holded by semi knit. Semi knit is an independent yarn. This all knit yarn holds the looper, just like the two-thread French terry fabric. So while unraveling the all knit yarn, we have to concentrate on the looper side as well, because we need to understand whether this particular fabric quality is knitted in the normal looper format or the cross looper format. So now we are going to unravel the course number 1. First, we are going to unravel the independent yarn, the semi knit yarn we are going to unravel, which is placed in between all knit and the looper. You could easily understand that the middle yarn is getting unraveled. As I told, this is the independent yarn, which does not holds any, there is no connection will be between the all knit or the looper. It is independent yarn, and you could also see the complete loop is getting unraveled in each and every loop, which means it is a knit loop. So with our usual notation technique, we can mark this as a knit, knit, knit. Actually, I used to mark all the notation first, feeder number 1 first, followed by feeder number 2 and feeder number 3. But in this case, I have marked the notations for the feeder number 2. Why? Because in 3-thread French terry, during the creel arrangement, it will be always in the format of all knit, semi knit and looper. So the yarn which we have unraveled now is a semi knit yarn. So I have marked the notations in the feeder number 2. Just simple. Now we are going to unravel the all knit yarn. As I told, the all knit yarn holds the looper. So while unraveling the all knit, we need to concentrate how the looper is getting unraveled in each and every loops. Now I am unraveling the all knit yarn. After that line, the looper, the tuck portion, you could able to see there is a tuck. After that, 2 miss, and again in the 4th needle there is a tuck. So which means as all we know, the all knit is always the knit loop, and in the looper side, the first needle we got tuck, and then second and third the yarn travels flat, so which means miss, and again fourth it is tuck. So and again fifth and sixth is flat. So the yarn is getting traveled in the format of in the looper side tuck, miss, miss. So let's do the usual notation. The feeder number 1, that is the all knit, which is all the 3 loops, all the 3 needles which has knit, 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 and with our finding the looper from the looper side, the first needle is tuck, the second needle is miss, and again third needle is miss. It is getting repeated. So the course number 1, the for making one course we need 3 yarns. So that's why we call it as 3 thread French terry. Now let's move on to course number 2. Now again as usual, now I am going to unravel the independent yarn, the semi-knit yarn. You could easily see the yarn which is in between the all knit and the looper is getting unraveled, and all the needles has the knit loop. The complete loop is getting unraveled. So with our usual notation technique, now we are marking feeder number 5. That is the semi-knit yarn. Again, it is knit, knit, knit. Now we are going to unravel course number 2 with all knit and looper. After that vertical line, the face will be knit loop only. So we need to concentrate mainly on the looper side. In the second needle, we have tuck. And third, fourth miss, again fifth it is tuck. So we can get a repeat. This is miss, tuck, this is the first needle is miss, and the second needle is tuck, and again third needle is miss. The same it is getting repeated. The fourth needle is miss, fifth needle is tuck, and again sixth needle is miss. So with our usual notations, we can mark the feeder number 4, that is the all knit which holds the looper yarn. We have marked simply as knit, 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 and the feeder number 6, the looper portion, which is the important one. We got first needle miss, second needle tuck, and third needle again miss. Now 2 courses we have completed. Let's move on to course number 3. Even in course number 3, I am going to unravel first the independent yarn, the semi-knit yarn. You could easily see the yarn is getting unraveled in between all knit and the looper, which is independent, and all the loops are with knit loop. The complete loop is getting unraveled. So with our usual notation technique, now it is feeder number 8. Feeder number 8, the semi-knit yarn with knit, knit, knit. So now the last final course of for the third course, all knit and the looper is going to get unraveled now. After that vertical line, the first needle, the looper is miss, second needle miss, and third needle we have a tuck, and again fourth and fifth miss, and again sixth we got the tuck loop. Here the repeat is miss, miss, and then tuck. That is getting repeated. So with our usual notation technique, let's mark the feeder number 7, which is the all knit, the front portion, that is with the completely with the knit loop, and in the looper side we found the first needle with the miss, second needle with the miss, and the third needle is with tuck. You could able to see why we call it as cross looper. This tuck is getting is like this. You could able to see there is a diagonal line. If it is getting repeated, it will be like there is a diagonal line. This kind of effect can be created in the looper side if we follow this type of knitting structures. Hence this is called as cross looper. I hope this video is very useful and informative. Thanks for watching. See you all in the next video. Till then, bye from your ManiTexguru. Bye bye.